Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'll kick off. I'll start off with a quick introduction about myself, a bit more details to what Ingyao mentioned, and then we'll jump straight into the topics, right? Right. So yeah, my name is Azhar Khatib, and I run a boutique agency called Website Solutions here in Singapore, and we basically do online. I mean, I'm involved in online presence management for my clients here. So by online presence management, I'm involved in doing website design and development. I specialize in search marketing, namely Google Ads as well as SEO. And yeah, I have interest in data and analytics as well. So what I practice, I also preach, right? So besides helping clients here in Singapore and Malaysia with their online presence, I am also active in the learning and development space, right? So I'm associated with institutes like MRCT and a few others here, which are active running programs that are funded by Skills Future. Now, I've been doing digital marketing for the past almost a decade now. But bulk of my experience has been in IT. I was in the corporate world previously, and I was managing systems and so on, namely in data warehousing and business analytics, right? But I always wanted to be my own boss, so that led me to digital marketing. Yeah, and it's been a good adventure so far. So I'm available on LinkedIn. Should anyone would want to connect, yeah, just Google my name. My name is quite unique. You'll find me on Google, and happy to connect with anyone who would like to stay in touch. Right. So I think Engyong has had already shared. Yeah, we will be touching upon this 5 topics, and I don't think it will take more than 30 minutes to go through. I'll begin with a primer on SEO, and then we'll go on to the other topics. Right. Right. So having said that, should you all have any questions, feel free to interrupt and unmute and ask any questions that you may have. I would like this session to be as interactive as possible. But in the event you want to have a more free discussion, just drop your questions in the chat, and we will have time for a Q&A once we finish the slides. Yeah, so we can also discuss later, right? Now, before we jump into the first topic, let's address the who and the why of SEO specialist, right? So who is a SEO specialist, right? So an SEO specialist is just like any other marketing professional, which uses research and analysis to improve a website's ranking on search engines, right? So in layman's term, it's a guy who will help you rank on the first page of Google, isn't it, right? Why are we talking about SEO specialist, and what's so great about being a SEO specialist? Well, there are few key points, few advantages, I would say. First is being a SEO practitioner is easy to start. You don't require a degree or a membership or access to any platform in order to start doing SEO. You just need a website, whether it's your own website or your employer's website, right? As long as you have access to the website, you can start practicing and building your skills on SEO. There's a good demand for SEO services, right? Because SEO brings free organic traffic from search engines. So any company, right, who wants to be visible on Google would look for a SEO practitioner. And you may not just look at jobs. A lot of companies out there hire freelancers and contractors also to come and do a search engine optimization for their website. So freelance gigs are available in plenty. So if you are looking at a career, you can get started with that, right? And over and above, it's a specialized niche skill and has good career prospects, right? So yeah, so having said that, let's get into the more nitty-gritties and nuances of SEO, right? So let's touch upon SEO as a marketing channel, right? Now, digital marketing, as we know, right, it is made up of various marketing channels, right? We have social media marketing, which involves marketing on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. And then we have content marketing, where we write blogs and so on. We have video and banner ads, right? We may do emails. We may send EDMs to do digital marketing. We may do ads on mobile and so on and so forth. And of course, then there is search marketing, right? Now, search marketing really took off in the 1990s when Google kind of revolutionized the way we search for information, isn't it? And it offers a lower funnel, high performance marketing channel. Can anyone guess can anyone tell me how is search marketing different? What is unique about search marketing as compared to other marketing channels? Anyone from the audience? What makes search marketing unique? No one? All right. So what makes search marketing unique is it gives us a channel to stand up in front of a wanting audience, isn't it? Right? Whenever we are looking for information, whenever we are looking for a product or service, a lot of times our buying journey starts with a search on Google. Or even if you don't start on Google, we may go to a search engine looking for more information on our buying journey, right? So it gives us an opportunity to be visible to a person who is in a certain need or is looking for something very specific, right? So search engines help us offer us a very good channel, and there's two ways to do that, right? On search engines, we can either put our ads, which is called search engine marketing, by the way, and basically buy our way on the first page of Google, or we can optimize our websites such that it organically ranks on Google. That means it ranks for free and we get free traffic, isn't it? So there are two sides to search marketing, right? SEM and SEO, right? So yeah, so as you can see on the screen, right? SEM allows us to buy our way to rank on first page of Google, right? That is doing the ads, right? Of course, for that, we need to pay money to Google, and it is usually a cost per click. Every time anyone clicks on our ad, we need to pay Google. Whereas the other way is SEO, right? Search engine optimization, whereby we can appear on Google for free, right? We can earn our way. We need to earn our way to rank on the first page of Google. Now, as exciting and as tempting it may sound, right? Free traffic, there are a lot of factors which are involved to do SEO, right? And I hope to touch upon those in the next few slides. Now, the second part is also Google, the search engine. Google, as we know, right? Everyone, I'm sure all of you all have used Google before. And Google accounts for over 57% of all organic referring traffic on the internet, right? So referring traffic means what? Usually people would come to our website if they know our brand, isn't it? They will type our website address and come to our website. Or otherwise, most likely or not, they will search, they will go to Google and type in your brand name. Or even if you're not very popular, they may type your product or service and then they may try to find you, right? So the Google website is the top referrer of organic traffic, free traffic, right? So after searching, obviously users will be clicking on a website, and that website could be your website, right? So it can bring highly targeted traffic, and most importantly, it is free traffic, right? It is affordable, right? You don't have to buy ads, you don't have to pay Google for every click, right? So there is definitely value in doing SEO and learning SEO as a skill because it brings us free traffic. So given this backdrop, right, that Google is so fantastic in sending us traffic, what does it take to rank on Google, right? So when we talk about ranking factors, right, what does it take to rank on first page of Google? So it's a process, right? So this process involves making improvements on the website and off the website, right? I'd like to highlight these two words: on and off your website. On the website is things which are within our control. What can we do on our website so that it ranks on Google? But that is not everything about SEO. We also need to do things outside of our website in order to be in the good books of Google, right? So at a very high level, at a 30,000 feet level, Google evaluates three key things while ranking a website on first page. First is relevance, right? How relevant is your web page to the user's search term, right? So the web page or the website which is most relevant, which gives the best answer to the user's query, Google will consider that. Google will also consider quality. What is the quality of the content on your website, right? So if it is a low quality website with very thin content, right, which is not adding any value to the user, will not find its way to the first page of Google, right? Last but not least, there is something called as website authority, which Google will evaluate before ranking you on first page. So authority is built over time. Google looks for various signals in order to evaluate a website's authority, right? So in a nutshell, these key factors are evaluated. At a very lower level, at a say 5,000 feet level, Google actually considers over 200 ranking factors, right? So Google's algorithms are very complex, right? And it evaluates over 200 ranking factors before ranking a website on first page. So let's try to look at SEO maybe at the 10,000 feet level, right? And as you can see at this graph, I mean, if you're seeing this graphic on the page, I mean, on your screen right now, right? SEO is made up of a few key things, right? So let me start with the circle on top. The first one is keyword research, right? Before we optimize our website, we need to understand what do we need to optimize for, right? We optimize our website for certain search terms. We want our website to rank on Google when a user searches certain term, isn't it? So we have to have a very good idea about the keywords that our users are typing in Google and which one of those is relevant to our business. So it starts with something called as keyword research. Keyword research is like the compass for SEO efforts, right? So it is in the planning stage. It is it's a pre-project phase which you would typically do before you begin optimizing your website. So that's keyword research, right? And once we have the idea about what keyword we want to rank for, then we need to create content, write high quality content, unique content with good user experience, right? We need to have this on our website so that Google will evaluate our quality favorably, right? Then there is something called as on-page optimization, right? Which is doing some optimization things on our web page so that our website can be better understood by Google. All right. Better understood by Google means, say, for example, the page title, the title of our page should contain the keyword that we want to rank for, or the URL of our web page should contain the keywords, or the content on our web page should have headings, internal links, and so on and so forth. So these are things which helps the Google bot to understand what our page is about, right? Then there is technical optimization. By technical optimization, we mean the website should load fast enough. It should have a HTTPS. It should be mobile friendly, etc., etc. Right. Last but not least, there is off-page optimization. So off-page optimization refers to the things we need to do outside of our website. And this is mainly building backlinks to our website. By backlinks, we mean other websites having a link to our website. That means kind of giving a referral to our website. So then when users click on that link, they can come to our website. So a website that links to us, Google sees that as a vote of confidence, right? So that is what is off-page optimization all about, right? So the key things which we need to do for SEO are these four: content and UX, on-page optimization, technical optimization, and off-page optimization, right? But before we do these four things, we need to be guided by the right keywords, right? So keyword research comes first, right? So it's like it comes as a prelude to all the efforts. Now, having done all this, there are a few other things also which a SEO practitioner must do. One is being abreast of the search engine trends. Search engines keep on evolving, right? So we must know what's happening, what are the latest developments in search engine technology, what are the algorithm changes, and so on. And also, we need to track the performance of our website from a SEO context. So tracking performance, doing a bit of data analysis, these are some of the things which are required in order to do SEO, right? So hope this gives an idea of what SEO involves. Yeah, I'll take a pause for a minute if anyone has any questions at this point in time. Okay, all good? All right, let's proceed then. So now that we have a clear understanding of what SEO is about, what are the tasks, roles, and responsibility an SEO practitioner is expected to play, right? So I have kind of grouped these roles and responsibilities into 4 areas. Okay, I've called them strategizing, implementation, collaboration, and analysis, right? So let's try to see what are the roles and responsibility in each of this group, right? So let's begin with strategizing. So when it comes to strategizing, SEO specialist is expected to perform keyword research, as I mentioned, right? So research keywords in order to identify opportunities for optimizing the website so that we can rank our website, right? So keyword research is one. We also need to strategize website content. Remember, in order to rank on Google, we need substance on the website. If our website doesn't have content, right? If our website doesn't have depth of words or images or videos, then Google will never rank us on first page, right? So we need to plan and strategize what kind of content do we want to have on our website. So that takes us to something called as content marketing, right? So content marketing is identifying content which is popular, which can help users, which can add value, researching the keywords which users will type in Google in order to search for this content, and then having that content and optimizing that content on our website so that we are visible to the users when they are searching, right? Now, strategizing may also involve doing competitor analysis, right? So in any form of digital marketing is out in the open. We can easily see what our competitors are up to, right? So competitor analysis also helps us to uh, inform our own efforts, right? So these are typically the things a SEO practitioner would do. Coming to implementation, it is all about rolling up our sleeves and doing the actual work, to be in the trenches, right? So what are the implementation roles and responsibilities, right? So first is the SEO expert will advise on the information architecture, right? So what is information architecture of the website is basically how your content is organized, right? Like the homepage of the website. From the homepage of the websites, which pages are going to be linked, right? Say maybe the category pages. And from the category pages, perhaps you may link to the product pages, right? So there has to be a certain hierarchy, certain taxonomy, which is required in order for the website to perform optimally, right? So I need to oversee that. SEO specialists may also write website content, right? Depending on what are the resources available, whether it's an in-house team or they're outsourcing. Sometimes SEO professionals may also have to write content, right? Or if the content is already there, then they would be optimizing that content to make it more search engine friendly. Yeah. It would also involve conducting SEO audit, right, to ensure whether the website is in good shape, right, to be in the good books of Google. right? So we need to do an audit of the website. What is good, what is not so good, what is not so good, how do we fix that, right? And of course, also implementation of technical optimization, as I mentioned, right? A website's loading speed, how fast the page loads, how friendly is it on the mobile, or how well it renders on the tablet, right? These are things which are important from SEO point of view, right? So implementation responsibilities, right? SEO specialists are also expected to collaborate, right? Because in a large organization, there will be different teams working on digital marketing, right? There may be a content team, there may be a social media team. So on and off, the SEO person needs to collaborate with other teams within the organizations. Internal collaboration as well as external collaboration, right? So especially when we are doing off-page optimization, when we want to build backlinks, when we want other websites to link to our website, in that case, it requires a bit of public relations and outreach effort, right? We need to promote our content, we need to push our content. So this requires collaborating with the external community so that they can link to us. Then hopefully that can improve the authority of our website, right?
Azad, sorry, this
Yep.
kind of backlink and leveraging on external communities, it needs mutual agreement, right?
Yes, you're right, Cheryl. So it of course requires you to reach out to people, right? And also offer value to them, because people won't just link you just for the heck of it, right? Unless if the person is your friend or something, then they may be willing to oblige. But otherwise, if you have to do it on a professional level, then you need to show the value, right? And only when there is a win-win situation will people mention you, or they will cite you, or they will link to your website. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right. So last one is analysis and management, right? So website performance tools. If we are doing SEO, then expect to work with tools like Google Analytics, and also certain premium tools like SEMrush, if you have access to it, or your organization is subscribing to those tools. So there are specialized tools which can help a SEO specialist in doing their work, right? SEO practitioner is also expected to manage the websites or the brand's profile on certain Google services, such as Search Console or Google Business Profile. Yeah, now these are free to use services which can help in managing your website's presence on Google, right? So as a SEO specialist, he or she need to have knowledge about these, right? And of course, know about search engine workings and trends and so on. Right. So these are typically the roles and responsibilities which SEO specialist is expected to play in their day-to-day jobs. So what does it take? Right? What does it take to become a SEO specialist? What are the knowledge and skills that are required to become an SEO professional? Right? So it requires both technical and non-technical skills, I would say. Now, I always get this question from many people, that do I need to know coding in order to do SEO? Do I need to understand programming? So the answer is no, you don't require coding knowledge. But if you are familiar with PHP or CSS, then it can be an advantage. Yeah. So I'll elaborate on this first bullet point in the very next slide. Yeah. So it requires both technical as well as non-technical skills, right? But besides these skills, there is also some amount of critical thinking. Remember, Google has 200 over ranking factors. So you need to be very detailed. Yeah, you need to really go down deep and think critically what can be done to improve the website's ranking and so on, right? You should have knowledge, high-level knowledge of how search engines work. Yeah. You need to work with other marketing channels, so have some familiarity with other digital marketing channels out there as well, right? We cannot just work in silo. Marketing today is omni-channel, right? It is multi-channel. People interact with businesses, not just on search engine, but through other channels as well, right? So you need to have familiarity with the other channels as well. Working with other people, so social skills, always be learning new things. SEO keeps evolving, search engines evolve, and so does search engine optimization, right? And of course, some familiarity, familiarity, and yeah, so familiarity with data, I would say. So you should be comfortable working with data and analysis of data and so on. Right. So I will elaborate a bit on the first bullet point, as I mentioned, what technical and non-technical skills are required for a SEO specialist. So when we are talking about technical skills, basic understanding of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and something called as tags, right? For tracking purposes, this would help. Understanding the website sitemap, URL structures, yeah. Familiarity with the website backend. So if you have a WordPress website, say for example, then you should be comfortable logging in the backend and navigating and getting your way around in the website backend. Yeah. Also a bit of familiarity with the hosting, because websites have to be hosted on a server, right? So what is web hosting? What is domain? What is DNS? Yeah, these kind of things you should be familiar with, I would say. Yeah, right. And yeah, a few technicalities. So I think these don't require very hardcore skills, I would say, but I think some basic intermediate familiarity will definitely help. Non-technical skills, right? These skills can be easily acquired through various learning methods, and I'll touch upon that later. So search engine basics, content marketing, understanding of user interface or user experience, because Google gives a lot of weightage to user experience of the website, right? PR outreach, competitor analysis. Yeah, these are some of the non-technical skills SEO specialist should possess. All right, coming to pay scale. Yeah, a very important thing, right? So after we become a SEO specialist, what can we expect to be paid? Of course, it's a very important question, right? So based on market data, these figures have been taken, these screenshots have been taken from a website called Glassdoor. And there are other websites also like Indeed and all, where you can see what are the pay scales. So roughly starting salary of a SEO person could be around 3,700. On an average, I would say SEO specialists can earn anything between, 4,500 to $5,000, depending on, I mean the organization and all. But of course, starting with SEO, you can then develop yourself to do larger things in the digital marketing space. And I would like to stress upon this concept of a T-shaped marketer, right? T-shaped marketer. So digital marketing is a very vast field. Okay, search marketing is an important component of digital marketing, but there are other things as well, right? So high level knowledge of different marketing channel is essential, but always try to specialize, find your niche, find a sweet spot which you are comfortable with, right? Choose a marketing channel where you think you find your calling, and then try to build deep skills in that, right? It is not possible to be a master of all the digital marketing channels. So choose one and then build your competence in that one particular case, right? So in this graphic, which you see on the screen, right? Maybe you could be an expert in paid media, could be an expert in doing ads. So ads, not just on Google, but also Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Yeah, you could be an ad specialist, right? Or you could be a search marketing specialist, wherein SEO and SEM would be your core skills. So if I put my profile in perspective here, I would say my T is search marketing, right? Because I specialize in SEO and SEM, right? But I also know a bit about data analytics, and I also know about websites, and I also know a bit about content marketing, right? So it gives a well-rounded right. Right. So depending on the size of your website, the scale of the business operations, you may either be a lone person managing the SEO for that company, or if it is a big organization, there could be a SEO team, right, taking care of the SEO for the website. Now, assuming that if it is a big setup, maybe the SEO team may consist of 4 or 5 people, right? So SEO lead in that case would take care of the strategy, keyword research, resource management, and performance tracking. And then the SEO lead may be assisted by a content person, a web designer, developer, and maybe an outreach person who specializes in link building, say, for example. Right. So this could be a possible team structure, right? Or otherwise, if it's a SME or a smaller size business, then obviously you could be the only person doing all these roles. Yeah. So as I mentioned, right, SEO is a multifaceted roles, right? There are 4 types of roles and responsibility, which strategizing, collaborating, implementing, and analyzing, right? So it's a multifaceted role. You will have to wear multiple hats if you're the only person. All right. So how to get started? Yeah, how to get started? How to get started with SEO? Now, as I mentioned, right, SEO doesn't require a formal degree. In fact, there is no formal degree available to become a SEO specialist. Yeah, Google. There are people who practice SEO, and best practices are published. Google also publishes some resources which which practitioners will typically follow, right? So how to learn SEO, right? So I think from learning point of view, I would say there are 3 ways to learn, right? First is self-directed learning. Learn yourself. Content is available out there on YouTube videos, blogs, etc., right? So that's one way of doing, right? The second one is instructor-led training and mentoring, where you can be coached. You'll have an expert training you, right? Which is much better than doing self-directed learning, right? And the best way, I would say, is by practicing, right? So just to elaborate on these three parts, right? So for self-directed learning, right, I think best practices, as I mentioned, are published by Google. Google publishes something called as quality raters guidelines, right? Then there is a Google Search Central blog. Now, these are the official Google sources where you can learn the right SEO knowledge. Yeah. Remember, there's a lot of people who talk about SEO on the web, right? So you must choose where you want to gain your knowledge. You must learn from the right source, right? So I would recommend going to some of these sources. Now, I have certain links over here, which I perhaps will share in the chat, and you can take note of. I've shared 3 links in the chat. You may want to copy and save them, right? So these are the official Google sources where you can get some SEO knowledge, right? Of course, there are experts also, like Brian Dean and a few other SEO experts. You can follow them, their blog and all that. And there are a few websites also which are very respected, where you can subscribe to your blog, and then you can learn. Right. The other way of learning is obviously through instructor-led training, right? In Singapore, we are fortunate enough to have SSG credits, which we can easily use and go to institutes like MRCity or others, right? And sign up for classroom training. And you can have the opportunity to learn from industry practitioners, right? So this is the second one. I would highly recommend. And the third and the best way I would say to learn is to practice yourself, right? So how to practice yourself? Yeah, as I mentioned, right, it is very easy to start. All you need is a website, right? So if you have a product or service to market, you can easily stand up a website. It doesn't cost much to set up a website, right? And then you can practice your SEO. You can manage the website backend, try writing some content, and then optimizing that, and then monitor the performance using the free to use Google tools, right? So this is also, I mean, I think I would say the best way to learn SEO. So yeah, so you can start off first with the instructor led training, and then if you have this, then you'll be on your way to becoming a SEO specialist. Right. So I think I've pretty much done with my slides. So I'm going to take a pause again and ask if there are any questions, and perhaps we have 10 more minutes so we can have a Q&A session, and then I'll pass over to EY to do the closing. Okay. Any questions from the audience regarding SEO? You can put your questions in the chat. If you don't want to unmute and ask, just put your question in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer your question.
Yeah.
No questions? Okay, I can see something come up in the chat from Kelvin. Okay, what's your thought on using AI like ChatGPT to do SEO content, etc.? Yeah, good question there, Kelvin. I think the internet is abuzz with ChatGPT nowadays, right? It has taken the internet by storm, and those of you who have used perhaps realize the potential and the power, I would say, of so ChatGPT is basically it's a chatbot, right? It's AI chatbot, and yes, it can do a lot of Google like things, right? We go to Google to find information, isn't it? A lot of time we search, and Google gives us a 10-point listing with information, and then we have to click on each one of them and then try to find out information. As opposed to that, ChatGPT lays everything out on a silver platter for us, right? It is much more humanized, right? It is much more humanized, right? But there are differences between the two. And if you ask me personally, each one has a role to play. There are certain things ChatGPT cannot do. For example, the chatbot has to be trained on a certain data. And I think ChatGPT is only trained until 2021 of data or something, right? So latest information it cannot tell you. Whereas Google will give you the real-time latest information. Google actually crawls the internet much more often. So when you're looking for information which is much more recent, much more real-time, then Google will obviously give you better information. The accuracy of that information will also be better when it's given by Google, right? Google also personalizes the results based on your location, based on your surfing habits, and so on and so forth. So that these are some of the value adds which Google provides. Yeah. But of course, ChatGPT, I'm not trying to undermine ChatGPT here, but ChatGPT also has a lot of advantages, and one of the most biggest advantages, it gives a human-like interaction, isn't it? It doesn't just give us links to other websites. It actually kind of talks to you, right? So from that point of view, there is definitely a lot of value add. What we can expect in future is to see more of these kind of features and functions being built into the search engines, I would say, right? So ChatGPT was obviously a wake-up call for Google also, and I think they have been working on these kind of AI chatbots. They have the capability. They have much more data than what ChatGPT has. So we hope to see some of these things in the future. Yeah. Yep. So I hope I've answered your question, Kelvin. Great. Any other questions? Okay. Any other questions? Going 3, going 2?
Hi, okay, sorry, I was just looking at the career bit of things where you say there's a T, right? And then you say you can go into specialized areas.
Yeah.
But how many of the companies out there will actually hire such specialized employee? Just one person or 2% and to do everything.
I think that is dictated by the scale of the business, right? If you look at large companies, say like Visa or MasterCard or any bank for that matter, right? They definitely have a team who looks just at search, search marketing, right? So they would want a person who has very deep skills in search marketing, right? Having said that, once you are inside the organization, I'm sure there are various career paths where you can move horizontally also and so on, right? But I think in any profession, right, you can either be a dabbler or you can be a diver, right? You can dabble in different things, right? Be jack of all trades, master of none, or you can be a diver. You go deep and you really know that one stuff. So if you're starting from ground zero, I think I would recommend build up your competency in one thing where you're really good at it, right? So I think that's where the concept of T-shaped marketing comes in, right? Especially if you want to start off as a professional in a certain marketing channel, right? And then of course have some knowledge about the others as well. But then as you grow, of course, you will have other soft skills, you will have management skills and so on and so forth. Then you could be managing a team and so on, right? In that case, you might not be doing the actual implementation work. You might not be doing the technical work, right? You might be overseeing each of those experts, right? So I think the objective of the session was more about being an SEO specialist, right? So we're looking at specialists in certain areas. So yeah, so you can perhaps look at search marketing as a specialist, right? And likewise, if your interest is in social media or maybe your interest is in email marketing for that matter, then it'll be good to build competency in those areas.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Great, good questions, guys. Any more questions in the chat? Okay, nothing in the chat. All right, so I think I'll hand over to EY. I think I had 2 slides, so I'll just share my screen and I'll hand over to EY to do the closing. Hope you have found the session useful. So, all right, EY, over to you.
Thank you, Azhar. Yeah, I think just now the question from Gerald is very good. I think especially the T-shaped marketer, I think it helps you to maybe understand the various fields, like the content, email. Okay, maybe some companies you might not have the chance so much to do email marketing. As in maybe content, you might use it for SEO. PPC, normally you will also be doing a little bit of SEO. So as you get to maybe just now, as I was saying, try different fields, then you start to discover, which field you might like more. Yeah, ultimately, once you find something that you like more, and you can do it for the whole of the workday, I think it'll be much more enjoyable. So if you can discover something that you like, I think it's really nice. So as you learn broadly, then you discover one, you deep dive, and maybe you like it even more. So ideally, so in the for that there are 2 routes. One is the agency. When you do agency wise, most likely you'll be focusing. Yeah, but when you go focusing on particular role, SEO, pay-per-click, and so forth. But if you go to an organization, a smaller one, most likely they will ask you to do everything. So maybe as a start, you can go to a smaller one, try out everything, and then say, which one I like. Then maybe after that, you go to agency, see if you like really doing it every single day. And well, hopefully that might help you to discover your, like what Azhar was saying, your calling of which job you might like more. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. We have various courses in university. I mean, if you go to a company and then you are asked to do, most likely if it's a small company, then they'll be asking you to do various things. Yeah. So various things, all the various courses, then I mean, if you are not so familiar, you can consider some of our courses. Sorry, Azhar, could we go back? Yeah. So the main courses we have here, first one, e-commerce, that one cover maybe setting up a Shopify, Google Ads, and SEO. So setting up the website together with managing some channels, marketing channel. Digital advertising, like as I was describing, Google search, Facebook ads. Now more and more maybe TikTok, where it is well, advertisers are slowly going in, starting to get warmer. And well, if you go in early, you can get cheaper clicks lah. I mean, since competition will be lesser. Google Analytics, understanding visitors to your website, which channels work better, which of the content that you generated encourage people to stay on your website more, which is definitely good for SEO purposes. Yeah. So, social media management. Well, if you can talk to customers very well, you can respond well to customers on social media, maybe that might be the role for you. A very much more a softer skill as maybe compared to analytics and digital advertising, which look at numbers more. Okay, so a little bit of differences between these. Content management is also more of the, well, maybe softer one, less technical, but this one you need planning, creativity, and very importantly, consistency as in generating the content for your website. Okay, so the various course fees are also listed there. So WSQ courses, we have 50 to 70% funded by the government. If you have SkillsFuture, for anybody above 25, you can use SkillsFuture. If you have NTUC, UTAB, you can also claim for the courses. Okay. Yeah, as the next slide, please. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the first in the series of this career series. Hopefully this series can help you to, before you start off with digital marketing, understand all the various different fields so that you can make a good choice if you are going into a specialization. So the various fields like search engine optimization, as I was describing today, social media will be next, 3 weeks later, same timing, Thursday, 8 p.m. Data analyst. Okay, so this one is non-technical. We use a tool like Google Data Studio, collate all the data from various different places, your website, your advertising, maybe some other social media tools put together, and then one report. Okay, video marketing, creating video, well, for TikTok. Okay, more natural like things that can engage your audience. Yeah, for branding and possibly what we call direct response, getting people to respond to you. Data scientist. Yeah, this one will be the hard science of almost all our courses here. This one more technical. You use programming, Python, together to analyze information so that you churn the data and you come up with insights. And you use a little bit of machine learning, yeah, AI, to gain further insights. Yeah. And lastly, digital advertising, Google Ads, YouTube, Google Display Network, the images that you see on various websites, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Okay. Once you get the hang of it, Google, the search and the display advertisements, you will be able to get almost the hang of all networks. Yeah, almost all. Okay, so if you are interested in any of these subsequent ones, please feel free to scan the QR code. The URL is also there, imasterty.com, upcoming webinars. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for attending the webinar today. Do you have any final questions? No. Yeah. Any final questions before regarding email marketing? Okay. Maybe let Azhar, you want?
Yeah, I think thanks for being a good audience. I hope you have benefited something from these slides, and thank you for listening. And have a great evening ahead.
Oh, Azhar, there's a question for the regarding email marketing. How does SEO come into play?
Oh, okay. We can take that question regarding email marketing. How does SEO come into play? And so Kelvin, I think when we send out EDMs, right? When people click on your EDM, when people click on your email, they will arrive on your website, right? Now, when they are on your website, then I think a lot depends on the content, the copy, the user experience that you provide to the user after they come on your website. Now, all of this content and UX, these content in UX is the lifeblood of digital marketing, isn't it? What you do for SEO also applies for content marketing, for conversions, and so on and so forth, right? So as part of SEO, when you do content optimization and UX optimization, it will also underpin, it will also support your other marketing channel efforts, and email marketing for that matter will benefit from that as well. Yeah, so that's my take. If I would want to add anything to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think nicely put. I was thinking how to answer the question. Yeah, SEO is important for for conversion, for engagement of from all the various channels, because ultimately is UX. Yeah, UX and content together with how engaging it is. Yeah. Yes, there is for all the courses, because it's WSQ, so you need to take assessment. So far, how many failures? I don't think we have not sure. Should I mean, if you pay attention to the class, you should be able to pass.
I think that's something I wouldn't lose sleep over. It's quite easy to pass the test. Yeah, as Eva mentioned, if you are just paying attention in the class, that should be good enough for you to get through the. But yeah, there is a test, obviously, because these courses are funded.
Yeah, because funded by the government, is tax-based money. Government wants to make sure that the learner has achieved the learning outcome that is prescribed in the course. So to show the competency that the learner has really learned something. I mean, we have our job to do to the tax-based money. Sure. Okay. Job placement. Okay, so this one, no, we don't have such a program yet, but we have what we call an action and capacity program, which is the learner after after attending the class, if there are projects that let's say businesses or past learners or so forth, if they place projects with us, okay, then we will match them with a mentor to guide them to accomplish that particular project. As in, let's say Google Ads, the customer, the business asks for maybe a project to do up some Google Ads, yeah, then there will be a mentor to guide this person. So payment from the business will actually be to the mentor itself. The learner, what he or she gains is the experience. Because many a times when the learner go for interview, is the interviewer will ask, so what practical experience do you have? Okay, so this is a very important thing, as if you want to have some practical experience. If no projects, trying to maybe start off with that, we can go to upwork.com. I put that in the chat, where you can just do for some low fee, some projects for some other customers to gain real practical experience. Then when you go for the interview, then you can say, yeah, I've done this project. I've ranked 5 websites for the desired keywords. That will definitely help. Yeah, experience is very important. Learning is only the first step. Yeah, practical practice, like what Azhar shared just now. So, yeah, so Upwork will be a good place. Freelancer. Never mind about the money. Most important is the experience that you get. Sure. Okay. If all is good, thank you everyone for coming. Yeah. If you have gone to the website, you can also let me just get the link for you in case. Yeah. Yes, again, I'll just get the link for the I put that in the chat. For the subsequent the series or the various other job roles like social media, paid ads, video marketing, data science, and so forth, please register for the subsequent ones. Yeah, so that the link will be sent to you. Then you can come learn about all the maybe various other roles in digital marketing. Make a more informed choice for yourself, for your career, or for your job, your next hire in your company. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You. Have
Bye.
a good night. See you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.